Okay, so I ran across this thread in the forums, and even though we've talked about the grind before, I want to talk about one possible solution to the problem and talk about the pros and cons of that solution. The devs have changed the grind a few times already. If we keep making noise about it and highlighting the issues it causes for new players, maybe we'll see more changes to the system. Or they'll do nothing and continue to give me topics to discuss until this channel gets way too big to ignore. Their choice.
Space Coconut.
Twitchy Mike says, bit of a rant, but here it is. For the record, I know what grinding it out in a game is. I have a degree in World of Warcraft, alright? I'm just getting close to 200 hours in this game. I have probably played this game seriously for 3 months. For those of you who don't know, the average college course is 3 credit hours. To be at 200 hours and be where I'm at in the game, it's like for those of you who understand what a full work week of 40 hours with a spouse and 2 kids can be. Trying to fit a whole college course and more while doing all of these other things can be hard to do. My point is, I have 200 hours in the game, and I don't even have the survivor or killer build I want yet on the characters of my choosing. At this rate, it might take me another month or so. And when I recommend this game to someone, I'll say it's really fun, but it'll take you months just to get where you want to be in the game. I'm not saying don't enjoy the journey on the way to your destination, but real life is enough of a grind as it is, and the game is challenging enough as it is. Overall, I think there are so many useless perks in the Blood Web, I just want the ones I need. I don't have the time I used to when I was younger. If anyone has any tips, please throw them at me. I love this game, and want to be good at it. Everyone knows the grind is bad, but how can it be changed to retain the need for progression while promoting build diversity for players who haven't been around for thousands of hours? At first, I was going to argue for having all perks unlocked at the start so players could play with the builds they wanted to on the character that they wanted. Then a poll reminded me that many people don't find the game itself fun, but only find joy in progressing through the game with the goal of beating the game by getting Prestige 3 and all max perks on all characters. In case you missed the joke is that people don't actually enjoy playing the game, but they enjoy working towards something to grind out perks. That's the joke. So instead, how about this? I'll break it up into parts for you. First is for accessibility. Let's have all Tier 1 perks unlocked and available for all characters. This will allow new players as well as vets playing with a newly released character to try out various builds and enjoy playing the game right away without the outdated and unnecessary grind. Balance-wise, this will open up faster changes for new characters, since perks that are too effective for a killer and too strong of perk combinations for survivors will be found much sooner, leading to a quicker adjustment of those perks, as long as the devs can make adjustments without breaking something else entirely unrelated. Second is for progression. Let's create a system of perk improvement through use or blood points. If all perks are available at Tier 1, when players want to use their favorite perk more effectively, they can either become more powerful through use, or players can invest blood points into those perks to bring them up to their most effective tier. Gameplay-wise, players still have progression and something to work towards, but the unnecessary grind is practically eliminated, while still rewarding players for investing into particular characters. Balance-wise, the devs will have access to data that shows what perks players don't even bother investing in. This method of measuring usage would be much more accurate than their current model because players who are using the worst perks right now may only be doing so because they have no better perks unlocked for that character, leading to false positives of perk usage. By seeing what perks players are completely ignoring, the devs can put some effort into changing those perks to be equal in effectiveness to other perks, as well as clearly identifying perks that are being overused and consider the reasons why those perks are being used over others, and then adjust the game accordingly. The third is for the Blood Web. With perks removed from the Blood Web, items and add-ons could be either adjusted in their accessibility or transferred into a different system that would allow them to be earned differently, preserving the pseudo-grind while also increasing accessibility for builds for specific characters. There's an argument here for players only using the best items and add-ons if they're available, which is absolutely true, but the resolution of this problem falls on the devs to again consider why those things are being used so much, and adjust the game or the items and add-ons accordingly for a better gameplay experience for everyone. I enjoy the Ghost Soot on Wraith, but I don't play enough to invest hundreds and thousands of blood points into him to gain a handful of those common add-ons, while still gaining add-ons for Hag. I made a video about this before, but let me explain this system. The system could be adjusted to a universal blood point token system, where the blood web will let you gather common through ultra rare tokens to be exchanged for add-ons of that rarity on any character. You have 2 blood webs, one for survivor and one for killers. These blood webs offer up add-on tokens of varied rarities in addition to the offerings and items we see now. The tokens you earn will go into a currency tab. The new loadout page would look like the Kill Your Friends screen with all of the add-ons and items available. When you select your add-ons, it will cost tokens to place them into your loadout, and players could then use the builds that they wanted to use on a regular basis, without having to worry about grinding out specific killers. The same thing that would happen to perks with this method would happen for items and add-ons. Players would gravitate towards the better ones and ignore the weaker ones, creating a data set for the devs to reference for changes in balance, bringing up the weaker add-ons and toning down the stronger ones. That's the basic idea. It's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be because we know the devs won't be changing the grind anytime soon. It's a lot of work and effort to improve the quality of life for players, but it doesn't make any money. Because of that, it's going to be a very long time until the grind changes, if ever. So until that happens, I encourage you to keep making posts in their official forums and on their official Discord about how much you love the grind in Dead by Daylight. I am completely sure they never get tired of hearing it. If there's something else you'd like to hear discussed, leave it in the comments below and we'll see about highlighting it in the next video. In the meantime, do the YouTube things to help the channel reach more people and get these discussions floating around the community. I'm Space Coconut, and you're welcome.